Hi everyone, I'm Linda. Today I want to talk to you about something that is very close to my heart, which is an initiative that I call Bana Amai. So, Bana Amai is a call to women to rise up and to take on our God-given role as mothers, as nurturers, as life givers. When we go back into the Bible and we go to Genesis 3 verse 20, it says Adam called his wife Eve because she was the mother of all living. She was the mother of life. We have the ability to carry life within us. And that Bana Amai pretty much is a call to women to say, let us be awake. Let us be awake and alert and embrace our God-appointed role. And in our families, in our communities, in our nations, let's reach out. Let's reach out to orphans. Let's reach out to those that are hurting in our societies. Let's have the eyes to see when there is brokenness, because we have been furnished with everything that we need to make a difference. So, mothers, when we do that, when we are able to stand in our role as women, as nurturers, what then happens is there will be a healing in families, in society, in our society, in our generation. There will be that healing, because that is what is lacking. When we take our God-given role, when we reach out to orphans, when there shouldn't be children really that are starved of love or affection or nurturing when we are there. I'm not talking of just biological mothers, I'm talking about all women. This is something that we will do together. We will say in our society, let's have the eyes to say, in our time, we will make a difference. We will make sure that children are loved, children are nurtured. We will make sure that we reach out to those that are broken. I've always really had a heart for especially orphans, and from the time I was a young girl, I remember always saying that one day I would want to reach out and make a difference in the lives of orphans. And it honestly doesn't take a lot of money. It doesn't take you having money. You don't have to wait to reach out. You do it now with what you have. When you see a need and you take the initiative, or you feel like you want to respond to that need, God honors that. And He will furnish you, and He will direct you, and He will... Sometimes it can just be going to orphanages. It can just be reaching out to a child whose parents are late, or whose parents are struggling, and you do something that you might consider small, but to that child it will change everything for them. And so a few years ago, God allowed me to walk through certain things that I never imagined that I would walk through in my own life. I am a mother of 2 boys. Back then they were 7 and 9, and we had a comfortable, like anybody really, we had a comfortable life. But God allowed me to walk through a certain experience. Now what happened was, during that time, there was a time when we had to leave our home, and we became homeless. The first time that actually struck me was when I went to... We were in England at the time, and we went to the council, and the lady there gave me this card it was a red card, and she wrote my name on that card, and she told me to take it to the food bank, told me how to get to the food bank with my kids, and on that card she wrote homeless and destitute. When I looked at that card, it was like everything just stopped. My name, and underneath that it's homeless and destitute. So as you can imagine, it was very difficult. I took my kids. We had our car. We drove to the food bank, and we got food. We were given a box with non-perishable items, and I remember it was like a dream. The whole experience was like a dream. But now I understand that God allowed it for a purpose, and there was a reason to it. So we got to this place. It was a hostel, and parked our car. My kids had their duvets. We went in. There was an office, and the lady in there escorted us to what was going to be our apartment. She opened the door. We looked inside. The moment the door opened, I remember at that time that my kids just broke into tears. I just stood there. I looked into this place, and the three of us just cried. And I closed the door and went back into the car. And we sat in the car. My kids, each one looking out of their window, just trying to fathom what was going on. And so we sat there in the car. No one said a word for at least maybe 20 minutes or so. I was sitting there in the driver's seat crying and praying. And after about 20 minutes, my youngest son, who was 7 at that time, I just heard him singing, "Bless the Lord, oh my soul." Oh. And I joined in, and we sang. And we sang that song. My oldest son was just sobbing his heart out. And it was at that moment that I just said to them, I promised them that we would go in there, we would clean up the place, I would clean up that place, and it was going to be comfortable. Now, fast forward to after we left and we went back to our home. I remember from that time, whenever we went shopping for groceries, my children always would say, "Mom, let's get something." Always, we would go shopping. They would go and they would get things put in the trolley, and we would put them to the food. We'd give them the food. Why? Because they knew what it was like to be fed from the food bank. We had experienced something, a world that had been so foreign to us prior to that experience. For homelessness in Africa looks different to homelessness in a developed country. So now that I'm back here, I've been able to connect with people that live in the streets. I understand their pain. They are human just like you and me. Each one has a story to tell. Each one has had life throw them certain curveballs that they've dealt with they've not been able to deal with in a way that has left them standing. Some of them are on drugs, some of them are they're just broken, and they need us to reach out to them and show them that there is life after whatever brokenness. There's still life after whatever you experience. There is still life, and there's still hope. And this is one of the things that I'm hoping that we'll be able to do as Vana Amai, to bring back hope where there is hopelessness. There are charities that you can volunteer with wherever you are, wherever you live. Aside from the food bank that we will set up, there's also Good Samaritans. They do a lot of outreach ministry with the homeless people. So this is just an invitation to you to journey with us, to come, let's do this journey together. Let's reach out together. Let's restore hope together. Let's help to rebuild our families, to rebuild families that are broken, to rebuild communities, nation. Let's do it together. Vana Amai, we can do it. God is on our side. Thank you very much for watching.